We are live, baby. We are live. Live in the wreck, live in the wreck, live in the wreck, live in the wreck. It's your boy, always real, never fake. Alex Rawtalk is in the building. So let's jump right into the segment. I said I was gonna do this yesterday. Remember yesterday I said, yo, I'm gonna do a live stream and it's gonna be called US Mobile versus Cricket. So basically Raw Talk, Mobile and Tech, US Mobile versus Cricket. Who is the better option? Who gives you truly unlimited data? And that's a rhetorical question. 'Cause, all we gotta do is ask you know Gemini, which I did that yesterday at the end of the live stream that I did yesterday for 2 hours. Now is this one gonna be 2 hours? No, because I got things to do, so I can't be on YouTube for a whole 2 hours. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I can probably pull off a 2 hour live stream. But today I can't. I'll be ending this live stream around 7:23 to be at a whole hour. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's get to the point of the live stream. The point of the live stream is to make sure you guys understand that Cricket is better than US Mobile. Cricket is owned by AT&T. So it's their towers. It's not renting or renting, leasing, the same shit. Leasing a tower, you know, uh, and having a whole different name like US Mobile. US Mobile, it's it's good for the people that are not heavy data users, I would say. US Mobile is a great option for people that are not heavy data users. But if you're a heavy data user like me, 3 to 400 gigs a month, I don't recommend having US Mobile. And you guys are gonna probably say why? Because US Mobile, you can get in a heap of trouble with US Mobile, and I'm gonna let you hear this for yourselves. So, we are going to hold on. Do Gemini. And basically, Gemini goes based off the information that's on Google. That's public records. So nobody can say I'm making stuff up. You're lying. That's not true. Da 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 da. No, it is true. It's on Google, especially when it comes to these, companies. So let's go here. Am I gonna use that email for Gemini? Continue, or is that switch to another one? I'll use this one. Gemini, does US Mobile give you truly unlimited data that doesn't slow down? And can you be canceled for using too much data on US Mobile's Start network?
US Mobile offers several unlimited plans, but the reality of whether they slow down depends heavily on which specific plan you choose and which network, Warp/Verizon, Lightspeed Mobile, or Darkstar AT&T you are using. Here is the breakdown of how unlimited their data actually is and the risks of cancellation. 1. Does the data slow down? Most US Mobile plans are unlimited high speed, not truly unlimited in the sense that they never slow down. Once you hit a specific threshold, your speeds are typically throttled, sharply slowed, for the rest of the billing cycle. Plan: high-speed data allotment. Speed after allotment. Unlimited premium. Uncapped on Darkstar, 100 gigabytes. Warp light speed, usually throttled to 1 megabit per second. Unlimited starter. 70 gigabytes, usually throttled to 1 megabit per second. Unlimited flex. 10 gigabytes, usually throttled to 1 megabit per second. Darkstar exception. As of 2026, US Mobile has marketed uncapped data specifically on their Darkstar AT&T network for the unlimited premium plan. On the other networks, Warp and Lightspeed, You generally have a hard, high-speed cap of 100 gigabytes. The slowdown, unlike deprioritization, which only slows you down when the tower is busy, US Mobile uses throttling. If you hit your cap, you will likely be restricted to 1 megabit per second, which is enough for basic browsing and low-res music, but will make video streaming very difficult. 2. Can you be canceled for using too much data? Yes, but typically only if your usage violates their acceptable use policy, AUP. US Mobile is a personal use carrier, meaning they expect you to use the data on your phone, not as a replacement for home internet. Common red flags that lead to cancellation. Excessive hotspotting, using your phone as a permanent Wi-Fi router for your home or office. Massive usage, the 500 gigabytes plus mark. While some plans claim to be uncapped, hitting astronomical numbers like 500 gigabytes to 1 terabyte often triggers a manual review. Users have reported bans or warnings for usage that looks like automated or commercial use. Constant speed tests. Running dozens of speed tests daily is explicitly mentioned in their terms as potentially abusive because it puts an unnecessary load on the network. Illegal activity. Torrenting pirated movies or games is a fast track to service termination. Summary for your work situation. If you are starting work and plan to use your phone for standard tasks, email, Slack, some YouTube, Spotify, you are highly unlikely to be canceled. However, if you are tethering your laptop all day to download large files or stream 4K video, you will likely hit your high-speed cap, 70 gigabytes or 100 gigabytes, and be throttled to 1 megabit per second, which will make working nearly impossible. Would you like me to help you compare US Mobile's limits against other truly unlimited options like Visible or Metro?
Yes, I want you to compare the Dark Star Network plan from US Mobile to the Supreme plan from Cricket.
Comparing the US Mobile Dark Star Unlimited Premium and Cricket Wireless Supreme Unlimited plans is a close matchup, as both use the AT&T network. The main difference lies in how they handle unlimited data. US Mobile now offers a truly unthrottled experience on this specific plan, while Cricket focuses on providing a stable, high-priority experience that never cuts you off, though it limits video quality. Comparison of US Mobile versus Cricket Wireless. Key differences to consider: data limits and throttling. US Mobile has recently upgraded its Dark Star Unlimited Premium plan to be truly uncapped, meaning you won't be slowed down to 1 megabit per second after a certain threshold. Cricket Supreme is also famous for having no soft cap and allowing hundreds of gigabytes of usage without permanent slowing. Video quality. This is a major differentiator. Cricket limits video to SD 480p quality. US Mobile allows for HD streaming, which is better if you watch a lot of YouTube or Netflix on your phone. Perks: Cricket Supreme includes Max with ads and 150 gigabytes of cloud storage, which adds significant value if you already use those services. US Mobile focuses more on utility, offering free international roaming data, 20 gigabytes, and the ability to switch networks, teleportal, to Verizon or T-Mobile towers if needed. Pricing: US Mobile is generally cheaper at $45 per month, with taxes and fees included, whereas Cricket starts $60 per month, $55 with autopay. Final recommendation: choose US Mobile Dark Star if you want the lowest price, HD video streaming, and the flexibility to switch to other networks if your coverage needs change. It is currently the better value for a single line. Choose Cricket Supreme if you want the Max streaming service included, and value the reliability of a carrier owned directly by AT&T, which some users feel is more stable for extremely high data usage, 500 gigabytes plus. If you'd like, I can look into which plan has better multi-line family discounts.
There you go. So, I'm guessing most of the people that came in here left, which happens a lot when I'm talking negative about US Mobile, because I got a lot of US Mobile fandom that comes to watch me, you know what I'm saying? And you guys are fans, because when you're too blind to see between the lines, you're a fan that doesn't want to admit that you're wrong. You get what I'm saying? So Gemini just said it. If you want to use 500 gigs or more, you go with Cricket. If you don't care about your account being on the review and terminated for abuse of network, especially speed testing, they tell you right off the bat. Gemini read it. The terms and conditions, and I'm gonna turn on the camera for this one. The terms and conditions of US Mobile tell you you cannot, once again, go crazy speed testing. So that being said, you can't do what I do. I could speed test to my heart's content on Cricket without having to worry about uh being told or sent a text message. man, you're using too much data, man. We're gonna have to kick you off the network. But what's up, TJ? There's a big difference. My carrier is owned by AT&T. Your carrier is not. And that's what, basically is trying to explain. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what Gemini is explaining. You know what I'm saying? You get truly unlimited with Cricket. You don't get truly unlimited with US Mobile. There's a fine line between unlimited. You gotta look at Oxygen Mobile. Oxygen Mobile is saying they give you truly unlimited data, but it's only 36 gigs. And after the 36 gigs, I 2G speeds. I don't consider that unlimited data. You know what I'm saying? Unlimited data is when you give somebody a bucket and then it only slows down in times of congestion. You know what I'm saying? And US Mobile's not doing that. US Mobile's not slowing you down. US Mobile's what they're doing. If you speed too much, that's too much on their network. They're gonna boot you off and kick you off and, and even cancel your account until you have a nice life. You get what I'm saying? But let's go back to Gemini. Gemini. Because I want Gemini to tell you, is Cricket Supreme Plan truly unlimited data? Listen.
Yes, the Cricket Supreme Unlimited plan is one of the few truly unlimited plans in the prepaid market that does not slow down based on how much data you use. Unlike lower tier plans that might slow you down after 20 gigabytes or 50 gigabytes, this plan offers unlimited premium data. This means your speeds remain high speed regardless of your monthly total, and you are only subject to temporary slowing if the network is extremely congested, like at a crowded stadium. Cricket Supreme versus US Mobile Dark Star. Since you're looking at the Dark Star network, which uses the same AT&T towers, here is how they compare in terms of unlimited freedom, why you might prefer one over the other. For video lovers, US Mobile Dark Star is the winner because it does not cap your video speeds. On Cricket, video is managed, meaning you're often stuck with 480p standard definition, which can look blurry on modern smartphone screens. For extreme data users, both are excellent, but Cricket has a long-standing reputation for allowing users to consume massive amounts of data, 300 gigabytes plus, without flagging the account for abusive use, provided it's all used on the phone itself. For hotspot users, US Mobile currently offers unlimited hotspot on this plan, whereas Cricket cuts you off or slows you to 128 kilobits per second after you use 50 gigabytes of hotspot data. The cancellation risk: neither company will cancel you for using 100 gigabytes or even 200 gigabytes of data on your device. However, you risk cancellation if you 1. Use a tethering workaround to bypass hotspot limits. 2. Use your phone as your primary home internet for a whole house, e.g., 500 gigabytes plus every single month. Would you like me to check if there are any current Switch deals or device discounts for either of these plans?
No. Hold on. No, but can I get canceled on Cricket for using 500 gigs every month on my phone?
On the Cricket Supreme plan, you are very unlikely to be canceled for using 500 gigabytes of data a month, provided you are using that data directly on your phone. Cricket's Supreme, often listed as the $60 Permo Unlimited plus 50 gigabytes hotspot plan, is one of the few plans in the industry specifically marketed as truly unlimited high-speed data that does not slow down based on your usage. Is 500 gigabytes too much? In the world of mobile data, 500 gigabytes is high, but it's not unheard of for power users who stream high-definition video or download large gaming files. No hard cap. Cricket does not have a hidden cutoff point where they terminate your service just for high volume. Real-world reports: many users on this specific plan report using 300 gigabytes to 800 gigabytes monthly without any issues, warnings, or cancellations. Priority advantage: unlike cheaper unlimited plans that might slow you down after 22 gigabytes or 50 gigabytes during network congestion, the Supreme plan keeps you at a higher priority, QCI8, regardless of how much you've used. What will get you canceled? While the amount of data is rarely the issue, how you use it matters. Cricket's Acceptable Use Policy, AUP, is designed to stop people from using a phone plan to replace a home internet connection for multiple devices. You risk cancellation or suspension if you do the following. Unauthorized tethering, using 500 gigabytes via your mobile hotspot beyond the 50 gigabytes limit by using workaround apps or rooted devices to hide the usage from Cricket. Server hosting, running a web server or using the connection for continuous automated machine-to-machine data feeds. Commercial use, using the line for a business that requires constant 24/7 data broadcasting, like a public Wi-Fi bridge. Summary for your new job. If you are at work and using your phone to watch videos, join video calls, or download files directly on the device, you should be perfectly fine. Cricket generally only steps in if they detect that the SIM card is being used in a router, or if the data usage pattern looks like a computer rather than a phone. Would you like me to check if there are any specific fine print restrictions on the Supreme plan regarding video streaming quality or international usage?
No. Now tell me what would get you canceled on the US mobile Dark Star network via data.
While the US Mobile Dark Star Unlimited Premium plan is marketed as uncapped, there is a practical limit where you cross from power user to violating the acceptable use policy, AUP. Based on current community reports and US Mobile's terms of service, here is what will actually get you flagged or canceled. 1. The ghost cutoff, 400 to 500 gigabytes. While there is no official number in the contract, users frequently report that crossing the 400 gigabytes to 500 gigabytes mark in a single month triggers a manual review or an automated suspension. Why? Unlike Cricket, which is owned by AT&T, US Mobile is a mobile virtual network operator, MVNO, that pays AT&T for the data you use. 500 gigabytes plus users often cost them more than the $45 they collect from you, making you an unprofitable, abusive user in their eyes. 2. Excessive speed testing. This is a unique trigger for US Mobile. They have explicitly stated that repeated speed tests, e.g., using the link to speedtest.net app dozens of times a day, can result in termination. Speed tests pull massive amounts of data in a very short burst to stress test the connection. US Mobile views this as a waste of network resources that negatively impacts network performance. 3. Home internet replacement, tethering. If your data usage
So there you go. You could get your account, US mobile account, canceled for speed testing. You heard it here first on the Alex Rawtech channel. Shout out to Google for making one of the best AI machines in the world. Okay. I love Google Gemini's on all 6 of my iPhones. Okay. So, yeah, Gemini has been my Siri replacement. And I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. Okay. So, there you go. So now you US mobile fanboys could go cry in the corner because you called me a liar. You said I was just hating. You guys said in my comment section that I didn't know what I was talking about. That just because I have a YouTube channel and I have 2,000 videos of me speed testing, that doesn't mean jack shit. That's exactly what you guys told me in my comment section. So this live stream is a wake up call. We don't need Gemini no more. I already made you guys look stupid. You feel me? Don't you ever try to come for me when I could pull receipts, like I said. So go ahead. I dare you jackasses to sit there and speed test the way I speed test every day of the fucking month, and we'll see if you'll keep your damn service. Your shit'll be shut off so fast you won't know what hit you. You'll be in my comment section apologizing. You know what, Alex? You were right, man. I should have just used your affiliate link and became a Cricket customer. They cut me off for doing 60 speed tests. And how many speed tests do you think I've done with Cricket to get over 408 gigs? Maybe like 200 speed tests to get that amount, right? Makes sense, right? So I'm sorry for cursing, guys. I'm going to apologize, but it's true. I'm just tired of people that don't know nothing coming for me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's usually what you guys do. You come for me. You don't know how to do your own research. I told you in every live stream, go on Reddit. You see people complaining, and they still got falsified and misleading on the information under the court of law because they're still on Google. They say they have unlimited hotspot when they don't. They give you 100 gigs at 5G plus, 100 gigs at 8 megs, and then 50 gigs at 3G, and then you don't have no more data. So it's not unlimited. You only get 250 gigs on different speeds. Okay. Basically, 5G plus at 100, LTE at another 100, and 3G at 50. So no, US Mobile has 250 gig cap, and then you don't have no data, so it's not unlimited. Did you speed? Did you hold on? Did you sneed mobile US video? Yeah, I seen it. They started deprodding Sneed after using after speed testing so much. He even made a video. He said he was gonna stop speed testing because he didn't want them to terminate his account. Because it's in their terms and conditions. When you're a US mobile customer, you cannot sit there and speed test the way I speed test or any other content creator that does speed testing because it's not truly unlimited. Okay, like I'm getting sick and tired about telling you guys this. The only prepaid carriers with truly unlimited data: Metro, Cricket, Visible, Total. All right. I don't know nothing about Straight Talk. I don't think Straight Talk has truly unlimited data. Okay, I know they're owned by Verizon, but I don't think Verizon cares too much about Straight Talk. Their two main top dogs are Total Wireless and Visible. So I know for sure that Total Wireless and Visible have truly unlimited data because even Gemini said it. Okay, so let's just look up Metro. Let's just look up Metro. Even though I already know she said Metro, but we are talking about. But I'm gonna keep this between. Next time we'll do Metro because I want to keep the title of the live stream does say, U.S. Mobile versus Cricket. So Cricket is the clear winner, guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to apologize in my comment section and be like, nah, man, da 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 da. No, I don't need you to apologize. I told you guys I was gonna pull receipts. You guys are just too much fanboys. You want to go off on me in the comment section. Sometimes you guys curse so much that you know, uh, freaking YouTube, you violate the terms of friendly commenting. You're basically going off on me. For what reason? When I'm telling you the truth, it just doesn't make any sense. Visible is not unlimited. Visible goes to 450 gigs, then 2 megabytes. I tested myself. Well, I don't have that issue, broski. I can honestly tell you I don't have that issue. I put visible to the limit last year. You need to look up my video, speed testing cricket after using 900 gigs. So I got close to a terabyte, and they did not slow me down. Um, Usually, what you need to do when that happens is get in contact with chat support, and they'll refresh your connection, and your speeds will go back up to normal. Okay, your speeds will go back up to normal. You know, give thanks to God that they didn't cancel you, broski. I just, I'll let you guys hear the terms and conditions of US Mobile. And US Mobile said they'll cancel you for speed testing. They will cancel your account. They will flag your account and tell you you can have your number, you can port it out to Cricket, you can port it out to Metro, take it to Boost, just get the hell out of here because you're consuming too much data. And that's the problem with most of the people that are fanboys of US Mobile. You guys don't understand that US Mobile is not owned by AT&T. So what's the biggest difference between Cricket and US Mobile? Is a rhetorical question because everybody should know the answer. Cricket is owned by US Mobile. I mean, sorry, Cricket is owned by AT&T. So what does that mean? That AT&T owns it. So should it matter how much data I use when I'm on a company that's owned by AT&T? No. So that's exactly why I'm glad I never spent the $44. I'm glad I never ported my number over from Visible to US Mobile because right now my line would have been canceled. My line would have been canceled. Okay, and I know I got 8 people watching. We'll go through the terms again. Look, we'll ask Gemini again. Now I got 8 people watching. Will US Mobile cancel your line on the Dark Star network for excessively speed testing? Listen.
Yes, US Mobile's Acceptable Use Policy, AUP, explicitly mentions that repeated or excessive speed tests can lead to service termination. Unlike many other carriers, US Mobile is quite strict about this because speed tests consume a massive amount of premium data in a very short burst, which is expensive for them to provide as a wholesale provider. Why US Mobile might cancel you? AUP violation. Their terms state that usage that negatively impacts network performance, including repeated speed tests, may result in throttling, capping, or termination of service. The abuse trigger. Running a couple of tests to check your new work connection is fine. However, running them every hour or dozens of times a day looks like automated or abusive behavior to their monitoring systems. Cost factor. Since US Mobile is an MVNO, they rent space from AT&T Verizon. They pay for the data you use. High-speed tests at 5G speeds can waste several gigabytes in seconds, making the account a financial loss for them. Comparison. Speed test risks. Feature. US Mobile Darkstar. Cricket Supreme. Speed test policy. Strictly monitored. Explicitly listed as a reason for cancellation. Lenient. No specific clause banning speed tests. Data struggle. Systems flag atypical bursts, like back-to-back tests. Generally ignores high usage as long as it's on the device. Response to high use. Account suspension or a compliance email. Temporary deprioritization. Only if the tower is crowded. The verdict for your new job. If you are someone who likes to frequently check the numbers to make sure your office speeds are holding up, Cricket Supreme is the safer bet. They are owned by AT&T directly and are much less likely to care about how many times you hit the go button on linktospeedtest.net. Would you like me to check if there are any current promotions for the Cricket Supreme plan if you bring your own device?
There you go. So even Gemini is telling you to leave US Mobile and come to Cricket. So there you go. If you speed test your phone 8 times, you will be flagged and your US Mobile Dark Star will go bye-byes. Okay? So now I need you guys to stay out my comment section and stop talking trash because your shit is not unlimited. My shit is. Like you heard her. What she said, you could do eight speed tests on the Supreme plan and Cricket ain't gonna say jack shit to you. And that's true. That is true. You know why? Because I talked to corporate. I have met Cricket corporate. Okay. I have met Cricket corporate. So not regular customer care that you talk to on the phone. I'm talking about all the way the hell up here on the top of the food chain. I'm at Cricket Corporate. Okay. And I asked them that question. I said, bro, I'm a YouTube. Oh, no, that don't matter, bro. You can do 100 speed tests a day and we won't cancel you. We're not US Mobile. That's the words that came out of the person's mouth. You can speed test to your heart contingents. Okay. We're not US Mobile. So even Cricket knows that US Mobile doesn't want you speed testing because you're not profitable. That's what you guys don't understand. You don't understand that when companies give you unlimited, if they're not owned by the carrier, by the people that own the towers, then you're basically in lame's terms, you're screwed. You are literally screwed. Okay? You can't do what I do. Okay? You can't, I don't give a shit what plan you got with US Mobile. You can't speed test as many times as I've done on Visible with your little warp plan. You can't speed test as many times as I've done on Metro or my business line with T-Mobile on the light speed because you will be canceled. And that goes for every plan. That's not just for the Dark Star plan. That's US Mobile's terms and conditions that you are not allowed to speed test. They might as well block it. Seriously, it should be in the terms and conditions that when you try to do a speed test on US Mobile, it just fails. Doom, doom, and then you call them. Yeah, man, we don't allow speed testing. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. And it's true. That's what I try to explain to you, right? When I'm getting over a gig on Verizon, right, with millimeter wave on the Verizon business line, or even on T-Mobile getting over a gig, you go to another side of speedtest.net that shows how much data it took to give me those speeds. So when I'm getting 33800 down on millimeter wave, it's taking 5 gigs to give me 5 gigs of impulse to give me that 3800. But I'll show you guys here because explaining it is one thing and showing you guys is another. Okay. I like teaching. These are all teachable moments. So like I said, stop saying that US Mobile is better than Cricket because it's not. Do what I do and get your services disconnected, and then I'm just gonna laugh. Don't come in my comment section crying, oh, they disconnected, they canceled me for doing what I do, Alex. I told you not to do it. I told you not to do it. I told you to join the Green Star Network, baby. The Green Star Network, baby. Okay, so look, this is what I want to show you, right? Right here, 22 ping, right here. This is Cricket, right? You see that 22 ping. Just to give me the speed of 403 down, it took 1,076 gigs just to give me 403 down. To give me the speed of 69.7, it took 165 megabytes to give me this type of speed from the network. So this is what you're really pulling from the network. So you see, I like explaining things to you guys so you guys can understand. So that's not profitable for US Mobile because AT&T doesn't own US Mobile. Is this profitable for AT&T? Yes, you think AT&T loves the shit out of me right now. Cricket loves me. Yo, he stopped talking all that crap he used to talk about us back in 2023, and the guy's giving us props. The guy's doing live streams dedicated to Cricket. The guy's giving us so many customers. So, like I said, man, I will be dropping that affiliate link from Cricket at the end of this live stream. Pin down below. Save yourself $25 on your third month for Cricket. It's $25 on your third month for Cricket. And join the Green Star Network. Join the truly unlimited network. You must get the $54 plan to get truly unlimited data that doesn't slow down. Okay? If you want a speed test to your heart content, you need Cricket. Okay? You don't need US Mobile. If you want a speed test and you're on the light speed, you need to go to Metro. If you want a speed test and you're on the warp, you need visible or total. Because if not, you're going bye-byes. I'm telling you, your shit will get canceled. Your shit will get canceled. You heard it from freaking Gemini. That's their terms and conditions. What can you do about that? Nothing. You gonna get the free phone from Metro? What free phone from Metro, broski? I already got Metro. I hardly use the line. It's turned off. It's right on the 15 Pro. Yep. So that's what I need you guys to understand, man. I really need you guys to understand that. You know, you can't compare things. I mean, most of the people that do speed testing because they see me doing it, they see Carlos doing it, they see Sneak doing it. You don't know what goes into a speed test. Oh no, 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 no. I don't want the Moto G 2026, bro. I wanted the Moto G Power 2026 because the Moto G 2026 is just splash proof. The Moto G Power is like the top dog on the G lineup besides the G Stylus. It's like this. G Stylus, right? G Power, G Play, and then Moto G. Well, now Moto G's higher, so let's do this all over. G Stylus, G Play, I'm sorry, G Stylus, G Power, Moto G, and G Play is the fourth one. So I wouldn't get it because the Moto G Power is IP68 and 69. So the Moto G Power is up there with the same water rating I got on my 15 Pro, on my 17 Pro, and on my 16 Pro. That's upstairs charging. So the it's up there. So no, I'm trying to get this month free from Karna. I'm trying to see if Karna is better than US Mobile. And I think it's gonna be better. Let me see the terms and conditions of Karna, matter of fact. Let's ask Gemini what are the terms and conditions of Karna. Let's see if Klarna has any terms and conditions to cancel your service if you use too much data. I just, for myself, I said I wasn't gonna ask about anyway. I'm done talking about U.S. Mobile. That's why this live stream is called Raw Talk Mobile and Tech, so I can talk about other carriers. U.S. Mobile, 35 minutes was long enough talking about them. You know what I'm saying? They're done for. So like I said, don't do what I do unless you want your and I'm warning you. Don't speed test like I speed test on US Mobile. I don't give a shit if you got the Dark Star Light Speed or Warp because your services will be canceled. Okay? Your services will be canceled. You heard the terms and conditions already from Gemini. What are the conditions of usage of data on Klarna Mobile?
Klarna Mobile usually refers to the mobile services offered by Klarna, a common misspelling, or specifically to services like the Klarna Stockbroking app or Klarna Hearing Aids. Given the name's similarity to the major fintech provider Klarna, which offers mobile plans and payment data services, here are the usage conditions based on the most likely platforms. 1. Klarna Mobile Plan, Fintech and Data. If you are using the Klarna Mobile Plan, often associated with their unlimited 5G offering, the conditions include acceptable use policy. Data is intended for personal, non-commercial use. High-speed 5G data is unlimited, but actual speeds vary by location and device. Privacy and personal info. To use the mobile services, you must be a U.S. resident, at least 18 years old, and provide a valid SSN for credit-based options. Tracking. The Klarna app automatically collects device information, IP address, device ID, and operating system to monitor for fraud and provide customer support. 2. Klarna Stockbroking, trading app. If you are using the Klarna Stockbroking mobile app,
She went too off topic because I can't pronounce this shit. Car, I say Karna, but it's Car. I can't even pronounce it. But anyway, you heard it. It's truly unlimited as long as you're not using it for like powering your home internet and all that. Like using it to tether to your computer and use vast amounts of it. It's even better than the piece of crap U.S. mobile plan. So even Klarna's better. Klarna's giving you truly unlimited 5G data with no slowdown. And like she said, it depends on your device. Okay, so that's why I always tell you guys you can't expect to get the same speeds I get on my 17 Pro if you're using an A17. Okay, there's a big difference. There's a big price gap right there, a huge price gap. You're talking about a $200 phone compared to a 1,000, especially mine's. I got the most expensive one. Mine's was $1,650 with taxes. I got a 1 terabyte iPhone 17 Pro straight from Apple, unlocked. Talking about Leica Mobile? No, 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 no. I'm talking about Klarna. I already tried Leica Mobile. I actually got speed test here on the channel. I tried it back in 2024. I tried Leica Mobile, which Leica Mobile is now owned by T-Mobile. They're owned when they bought Mint Mobile, they got Leica Mobile included. Buy one, get one free. So guys, listen, I don't try to be a douche because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I kind of take it to the heart when you guys sit there and argue with me and try to act like I'm the one who's dumb and doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when I'm the one spending money on all these carriers. You get what I'm saying? You guys see my shorts, know that I'm a security officer, and you still act like I'm getting paid a lot of money on YouTube. No, I'm not. On YouTube, I'll be lucky. This month, I'm only going to make $176, which I'm not ungrateful, YouTube. I don't want you to think I'm grateful. I'm just saying I'm letting the general public know that I'm not balling out with that money. Everything I buy is with my money, my security money. These chains that now are worth way more money because silver's through the roof. And this chain alone is heavy on my neck. This thing weighs like 300 grams. This one weighs like 500 grams. Yeah, I got a lot of money around my neck right now. But like I said, I bought all this stuff with my check. So whatever I do with my security money is my business. It's my paycheck. I'm the one working every day to get that paycheck. Well, anyway, Monday through Friday, and if they need me tomorrow or Sunday, I would go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like last Saturday, I had to work. So it is what it is. And like my new earrings, I bought them. I ordered them. Feel me? So that's what you guys need to understand. All these bills I pay with my security officer money, not with YouTube. YouTube is right now is enough to pay my T-Mobile bill. That's what my T-Mobile bill is without the home internet, 176. 176.36 or 168. Yeah, it's a little bit has a little bit more. But right now with the T-Mobile home internet, I'm looking at paying $200. So it's not even enough to cover that. And I get paid from YouTube on the 22nd, and my Cricket bill's due on the 16th. My Metro's bill's due on the 21st. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? My Visible bill's due on the 21st. My Boost bill is due on the 14th. So you see, all my bills, the only one that I could pay with that check from YouTube is Visible, because every other carrier I gotta pay with my money. Okay, that's what I need you guys to understand. That's paid with my money. None of these videos have you ever seen me say, this video is being sponsored by. No, there was only one, and that was because this company in TikTok was like, we want to do a sponsorship. We're gonna send you some neural gum, and we want you to promote it on your YouTube channel. And I said, fine. Neural gum is good. It's great. It's all natural. It's sugar free. And that was a sponsored video by neural gum. Okay, but that's because they reached out to me. I got to check my business email because I'm pretty sure there's more people hitting me up, and I haven't even logged into it. The one that I got on my description of this channel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've been trying to, like I said, not curse as much, keep it more respectful, what I'm saying, for the viewers in general. You know what I'm saying? And trying to be more respectful when I talk about certain situations. But you guys gotta understand, I got enough stress from work, you know. But it was a miracle that today was the only day that I did not get into an argument with nobody out of this whole week, and I didn't get cursed out. Because Monday through Thursday, I got cursed at. Yesterday, this dude flipped off on me. Then this girl flipped off on me. Then this other girl flipped off on me. Then this other dude flipped off on me. So you guys don't understand the amount of stress I be under. You get what I'm saying? So when I come on YouTube to do a live stream with you guys, is to unwind, to release stress, to forget about work. That happened. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect to go read in the comment section, you're an idiot, you don't know what the F you're talking about. US Mobile's light years ahead of Cricket. Cricket is a piece of you know what I'm saying? And just going in on me. So that's why in the live streams last year, I used to be rude. I used to call the person an idiot and go off and start cursing. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm trying to read, I'm trying to read positive, freaking comments. Yo, great job. Yeah, you're right, man. I looked it up myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you things so you don't fall in the narrative of other people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the catch 25. I know what other people say. Oh, Alex wants you to get Cricket so you could use his affiliate link. I just started talking about my affiliate link, you ungenuous people. And how long I had Cricket for? Since 2022. So it's about to be what? 4 years with Cricket. Yeah, it'll be 4 years. It'll be 4 years with Cricket on March 15th. And just in 2026, right after 3 long years of having Cricket, in 2026 is that I'm telling people use my affiliate link. My referral code is really what it's called. My referral code, and save $25 on your third month for Cricket service. So how can you say that I'm just, doing what I'm doing about to US Mobile just because I got something to gain. No, I'm trying to help you guys out. It's like I said from the beginning, I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for the customer. So I don't want you to get your service interrupted. So if you got US Mobile, don't do what I do. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not, trying to downplay you. You chose US Mobile. Now you deal with the terms and conditions. Because that's the problem. I talk about that in general when I'm talking about serious things in life. 95% of us Americans here in the United States do not read terms of conditions. Okay? Because I don't read them. I only have read terms and conditions when I got into an argument with customer care, and they're like, "Here, Mister Alex, we're gonna send you. Give me your email right now." And that's the only times we have read the terms and conditions being on the phone together. But other than that, I have never read terms and conditions, and now I don't have to read them because I got Gemini, so I don't need to read nothing if I don't feel like reading it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cancel some of those plans. Yeah, I mean, I did let go of total. You know what I'm saying? I did let total go. I had a choice to make, either visible or total, and I chose visible. You know what I'm saying? I chose visible. So I had a choice to make, and I made it. Metro, you can't beat the plan that I got. I got a truly unlimited data plan that the loyalty department from Metro is a department in Texas. They're based in Texas, that customer care center. And they gave me a truly unlimited high speed data for $25. So I can't let that go. I can't let that go. You still got Red Pocket? No, I let Red Pocket go. They refunded me for the $30 they had taken out my credit card because I told them that I was just testing them out. You know what I'm saying? So even Red Pocket is a viable option. Like I said, listen. What keeps me with Cricket is the 150 gigs of cloud storage, the truly unlimited data, the fact that I get HBO Max with ads. That's what keeps me with Cricket. What keeps me with Metro? The truly unlimited for $25 a month. Look, I'll show you guys right here. Let me turn on my Metro line because Metro doesn't play that shit. They don't let you log into their app if it recognizes this is a different carrier. So let me turn on my Metro line real quick. Here we go. Just turned on Metro, baby. And I'm about to switch Cricket. I'm about to switch Cricket to my uh to my 14 Pro, 1 terabyte, because that thing just be sitting in the house. And I paid a lot for that damn phone at AT&T Business. I gave them losers 1,500 and something because I got too many phones, bro. I got listen, broski. I'm gonna explain why. I got Boost Mobile running on the AT&T network. I got Cricket running on the AT&T network. I didn't need Red Pocket. That's too many. That's too many phone lines running on the same network. So that's the main reason why I canceled it. To be honest with you, because Cricket is on the AT&T network. Boost Mobile's on the AT&T network. So I was like, nah, I'm Gucci. So I paid $35 a month because I got HD streaming on Metro, but I'm about to remove that feature. So anyway, let me log into the my Metro app. My Metro. So we're gonna log in real fast. I type super fast on the phone. I like the little thing, it pops up like in 3D. So here we go. Like I was telling you guys. I paid $35 is due on January 21st. You see? $35. Because I got HD streaming. You see right there? What does it say on my plan? It says high speed data, unlimited. You see? It says it right there. High speed data, unlimited. So I get unlimited high-speed data for $25 a month. $25 a month. Where else am I gonna find a plan like this? $25 a month for unlimited data, unlimited high-speed data. You know what I'm saying? So where am I gonna find a plan like this? So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. That's why I stay with Metro. This is exactly why I stay with Metro. $25 a month for unlimited high-speed data that won't slow down, not even based on network congestion. See, right here. And this is my plan right here. See, I don't have to lie to you guys. It says plan. See, $25 port. What is it called? $25 port and trade in promo. So you would have to port in and trade in the phone to get this unlimited plan for $25. And they gave it to me for being a loyal customer. Here you go. I'm gonna make it even bigger right there. See, this is my plan on Metro. So that's because I've been loyal to Metro since 2020. So, they was like, yeah, we got this truly unlimited plan for $25. We don't know if you're interested in getting it. I'm like, yeah, of course. I would get a, unlimited plan for, an unlimited plan for that price. Hell yeah. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically my plan, guys. See? It says it right there. It says high speed data fit 16.64 gigs out of unlimited. See? So I'll stay with this plan. Why not? I can speed test all I want with no issues. No issues. So now let's ask Gemini real fast. Even though I already know the answer, but I still want to ask Gemini. Does Metro by T-Mobile give you truly unlimited data on your $25 plan?
The short answer is yes, the data is truly unlimited, but there are some important fine print details regarding how that data is prioritized and what features are included. As of early 2026, the $25 plan, often a bring your own device or BYOD promotion, is widely considered one of the best values in prepaid wireless, provided you understand the following caveats. 1. The 35 gigabytes soft cap. The data is unlimited in terms of volume. You won't be cut off or charged extra, but it is deprioritized. The threshold. After you use 35 gigabytes in a month, you may experience slower speeds, but only when the network is congested, e.g., at a crowded stadium or during rush hour in a big city. The reality. If the tower isn't busy, you'll likely continue to see high-speed 5G, regardless of how much data you've used. Many users report using hundreds of GBs without any noticeable slowdown. 2. Video quality. To save bandwidth, Metro limits video streaming to SD 480p. Even on a 5G connection capable of 500 plus Mbps, YouTube or Netflix will typically be restricted to a speed that supports standard definition. 3. No hotspot on the $25 plan. This is the biggest trade-off. While the smartphone data is unlimited, the $25 BYOD plan typically does not include mobile hotspot data. If you need to tether your laptop or tablet to your phone, you would generally need to move up to a higher priced plan. 4. Pricing and auto pay. To get the $25 price, there are usually two conditions. Auto pay. You must enroll in automatic payments. Without it, the plan is often $30. The first month. You often pay $30 for the first month, with the $5 auto pay discount kicking in starting with the second month. Comparison at a glance. Feature. $25 BYOD plan details. Data amount. Truly unlimited. Speed priority. Deprioritized after 35 gigabytes during congestion. Hotspot. Usually 0 gigabytes.
Correct. There is no hotspot, guys. There is no hotspot. But put on some perfume. Some men want to call it cologne, but it's really men's perfume. Look at how it even comes. You know, this perfume costs $250, right? But I bought it for $40 on Black Friday. You feel me? And the perfume that this is based off of, getting off tech real quick, because I love smelling good and everything. The perfume this is based off is called Bat in the Rouge by I forgot who the hell. And that bottle of perfume costs like $800. And now the seller, the person who created this perfume, decided to leave it permanently at $40, to be competitive with all the other Arabic brands. Because I think this is an Arabic brand too, just like Latafa and Oddmouth and all them other brands. So this thing smells amazing. It has like a sweet, woody, and floral scent. If you're a man that's a macho man, then you're not gonna like this scent. But if you're sure about your sexuality, then you'll love this scent. And there's nothing wrong about a man having a cologne, well, a men's perfume, because that's what these are, men's perfumes that have floral scents. I don't see what is the big deal. People act like that's demasculating by wearing a fruity scent that's meant for men. When there's plenty of perfumes that cost like $3,000 to $4,000, and they are floral and sweet. So it's crazy. So you guys, that perfume smells amazing. I remember the last time I wore it with my cousin and we went out to Ross. This lady was like, "Wow, you smell good." Oh, thank you. It attracts attention. The Baton Rouge perfumes, and they better because they cost like freaking $800. This one's only 40, so a fraction of that price. So that's why I'd rather wear the Arabic Duke of it, because it's not the bootleg version, because it's his own brand. It's this and how do you say that? Like it's inspired by that fragrance. It's kind of like you when you freaking go to Walmart, right? And you see the cereal that says great value. It's Walmart's brand. It still has the same ingredients as the Frosted Flakes, but it's Walmart's brand. So it's kind of, this is their own brand, their take on Baton de Bruges, which is a very expensive perfume. Now I got allergies. Jesus. Ah. But yeah, guys, like I said, Cricket is the clear winner. You want to speed test, you want to use all the data you want as your heart contents, then you got to go with Cricket. You can't sit here and go with US Mobile. US Mobile's not owned by AT&T. I already had freaking Gemini explain it 3 times to you. You're a waste of money because you're costing them more money, because for them to give you truly unlimited high speed data and not worry about how many gigs you guys use, they got to bring up the price. They can't be at $44. They would literally have to be charging you guys around $75. 75 to $80 for the Dark Star, for the Light Speed, for the Warp Network, and then you might be some kind of profit. But at $44, you're not profitable. If you want to do all this, speed testing and all this shit, you can't have a company that's not owned by the service provider. Okay? Cannot do that. Alex, if you were to quit all your phones compatible and just stay with you watch to you stay with, hold on, I'm confused, bro. Let me try to read this again. Alex, if you were to quit all your phones, right? Oh, which phone would I stay with? That's a no-brainer, man. That is a no-brainer. The 17 Pro has the best battery life I have ever had on an iPhone. Okay? The 17 Pro. Hands down. If I had to sell all my phones, this is the only one that I would stay with. The 17 Pro. Hands down. The battery life is great. The resolution, the brightness is great. I mean, the loudness is great. The way you hear the movies is louder. So of course it's all tweaked up and it's a whole new design. At first I was like, oh man, that design looks ugly. Now it grew on me. It looks like a little stove, but the little stove shape on the top, it grew on me. So definitely the 17 Pro, TJ. The 17 Pro is always going to be my go-to phone. You know what I'm saying? And when the 18 Pro comes out, then I'm gonna put the 17 Pro most likely on Cricket. And the 18 Pro, I'm gonna get it fully unlocked as well when it comes out in September of this year. I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna pre-order with Apple like I did this one, and finance it with T-Mobile Business because I'm keeping T-Mobile Business. Now, if you're asking me if I had to cancel all my lines because I couldn't afford all of them anymore, and I had to stay with one, T-Mobile is a no-brainer. It's T-Mobile. I'm keeping my business account because thanks to my business account, my daughter has a 15 Pro. You know, I gotten plenty of phones from my business account. The 14 Pro, the 13 Pro, now the 17 Pro. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be loyal to the people that are basically good with me. Right now, T-Mobile Business is doing the thing to keep me happy. You know what I'm saying? What phone provider would you stay with and you're only put two phones pick if on the oh I already told you T-Mobile. T-Mobile. T-Mobile has done more for me than any other carrier. I gotta be completely honest. Than any other carrier. They have done for me. Oh man, these damn T-Mobile notifications are annoying. Turn off T-Mobile notifications. Oh, God. Siri can't even do that. You see that? Siri, turn off T-Mobile notifications.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Why not? She just shut off. You see? That's why I can't wait for iOS 27 to come out. That in iOS 27 we're supposed to have the new version of Siri powered by Gemini, powered by Google, and I can't I can't wait. Sorry for cursing, guys. I cannot wait. Just Jesus. Right now, Siri's still like the bird, the dodo bird from Bugs Bunny. Which where did he go? Which where did he go? Jesus Christ, yo. It is crazy. And I love the relationship that Apple has with Google. Seriously. The only default browser that you can pick to put on your phone over Safari is Google Chrome. Google Chrome. Okay. Now I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I said, I got things to do. It's already 7:26. I'm supposed to be somewhere. I'm supposed to call somebody. So guys, take care. God bless and be safe. Stay safe. It's cold as hell out there. Stay warm. And I'm definitely gonna catch you guys in the next one, man. And turn on that bell notification so you never miss one of my videos, live streams, or shorts. And make sure you smash that like button. And also to the replay crew, man. Yesterday I had a little bit of likes. That's crazy. You know, I should have more likes when I'm giving you advice about cell phone providers and my thoughts than other people doing dumb stuff on here. And that's just me keeping it real. Because it's kind of like infuriating when I see somebody just doing something dumb on a live stream and they got like 300 likes on their freaking live stream. That's just I feel like that little emoji that the brain, the like what the hell's going on here? But anyway, guys, take care. God bless and be safe. Thank you to all the new subscribers. You're not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. You already. And thank you for watching, guys. I will catch you guys in the next one tomorrow. Deuces.